Hello, everybody. Edgar Fernandez from Efficient Limited, here located in Brantford, Ontario. First at all, I want to wish you a happy new year, 2018, and hopefully your dreams come true, and hopefully you can achieve your goals as well. And something that we need to do is to be grateful and thankful for everything that we have, and mostly for our health. Everything, if we are healthy, we can achieve everything that we want. Well, today I want to talk about an article that I wrote yesterday, actually, and I published in my LinkedIn space, and it's how to eliminate the safety zombie syndrome, to find the safety, health, and brightness by following certain. But I put five tips. Why I call this article the safety zombie syndrome? And actually I put in a premise or a background information before naming this syndrome. And actually, it's because nowadays we have facing a lot of changes, very important changes. Some of them they call it disruptive because actually they modify the way that we are doing things nowadays in our society. Some of those disruptive trends, it's ones we are very familiar, and they call social media. Facebook is one of them. Google, the same LinkedIn. Actually, you put all of them in one category. It's the social media platforms, and everybody publish articles, content that they want to share with the public. There is nothing wrong with that. That is the first one. That's the first the challenge that we are facing, and obviously this social media platform, and is creating another disease that is we are isolating ourselves from any human interaction to communicate. So we don't like to communicate with each other nowadays. We go to isolation. So think about it. Many people, they work from Monday to Friday, and then during the weekend they stay at home and they communicate through social media, and there is an issue with that actually. I think I have talked to with experts. The B2B, the business to business, hasn't disappeared. Actually, it's getting stronger, and then the businesses they're gonna succeed in the future. They are the business that they have people they have the skills to communicate face to face, not through social media. So it's one of the changes that we are facing, and actually that's the reason why I call it zombie syndrome, because actually we don't have any human interaction. Regarding on safety, well, this is a huge impact, and what is the reason why it's a huge impact? Well, obviously the industries, associations, companies, small businesses, etc. We are going through the same to the social medias to share information. But here is the question: is the content? It's not the way that we are doing that. So you can use whatever you want: social media, newsletters. I prefer face-to-face, business to business, no matter what. And actually, that applies to you guys that are in safety at your organization. So you need, like I said in previous videos, you need to talk to people. That's business to business, that's face to face, and especially so safety managers, they do that. They are very successful. And why? Because you generate trust. So the content that we have communicated to companies and to our employees have been the same, at least since I started working in the safety area. That was 25 years ago. And maybe you are familiarized with this. Safety is our first priority. We want to achieve zero incidents. We are in compliance with everything. Those type of messages. There is nothing wrong with those messages. The problem is we are communicating the same for many years, and that's one of the challenges that we need to face. As everything in that I put in this article, technology has been changed. ways of communications has been changed. So our message needs to be changed, or the ways that we need to that we do things in safety. I remember since I started, we always and I remember that I read an article in LinkedIn from another safety colleague, and he has been in the industry more than 30 years, and one of his questions was why we are still directing our efforts to study the behavior of people. And that is something that I agree. Actually, those goals that I mentioned, safety is the number one priority, 0 incidents, we are in compliance, is something that we are treating the disease. We are not curing the disease like any other disease that we have in our society, like a flu, for example. So I was reading a book actually from Bill Bishop. This is Return of the Lobster. It's a book that I recommend for everybody, not only for safety, because actually it's not anything related with safety. I'm relating his book to safety because it's applicable. That information that he puts there is very applicable to us. And as a safety industry, there are two types of industries. It's companies, upstreams and downstreams. And actually, unfortunately, we are going downstreams. That means we are treating the disease. Upstreams is there are companies or people they are curing the disease. For example, Google, Amazon, they are upstream companies. They are curing the challenges and making our lives easier. You can agree or not, but that's the reality. So my suggestion actually it's to eliminate this safety syndrome, because we are communicating the same through many years. And actually there is another book, is Safety, the Human Approach, by Dave Peterson in the United States. A must read book to challenge the CSP test. And he describes those changes as well in that book, and I like it because he described that book on the base behavior safety, not as watching our people how they do things and finding how they think when they do their own task at the specific workstation. It's how we want to establish the culture, not only in safety, so not only how we want to establish that culture using our intellectual capital that we have in the industry. And it's another topic that I touch in this article is a human capital and actually intellectual capital, and we want to see why. So all the efforts the industries have made a very good and very strong efforts, but still we have a lot of incidents, a lot of recordable. The RRI, the recordable incident rate, is still high in some provinces in Canada. In others not, but mostly in some of them there are above 2. Fatalities we are decreasing, but still we have a lot. Injury claim is the same. So really the numbers they have decreased, but they hasn't changed. And that's a reality that we need to face. So how we can face that? Well, I gave 5 tips that I considered that I consider that we can cure this disease and change the from the safety zombie syndrome that we are communicating is all the same, 0 incidents. Safety is the number one priority. That believe it or not, guys, is something another hard truth that we need to face. Really, those type of statements aren't making any impact to our workers at all, because they are used to listening to the same, and actually they haven't seen changes. Still, we have been injuries. And I think, in my personal opinion and through my experience, and it's something that I want to share with you guys, is we need to change that message at all. There is nothing wrong with them, and actually instead of saying those ones, they should be the final result, not the main goal. So safety is your number one priority. Shouldn't be an understatement. Should be a result from many things, from the way that you do things in your organization. And the first one, actually, I put 5 questions that I want to share with you. It's, what do you want to achieve? Is the safety number one priority something that you want to achieve? Or having a reactive culture to adapt to new demands from standards, regulations, or codes? So when you're saying I'm in compliance with everything, sometimes we are being reactive. And most nowadays, some of the industries, there have been very reactive cultures regarding on safety. It's not my opinion. The numbers show that. Actually, I'm analyzing data only, the data that I have available. I'm not criticizing any company. Really, I don't know what your company is doing. It's only the data that I'm getting from the Association of Workers' Compensations Boards in Canada. And obviously, I forgot to mention, we have the same safety violations, the 10 top safety violations since the year 2000. At least 17 years, the safety violations hasn't changed. They are being the same. Number one hasn't changed, is fault protection. Has been that a problem? The ways that we are doing things are being effective. The data is there. My answer is no, but you can agree or disagree. I mean, no problem. So the another question is, or you want to have culture, or having a culture that can change to any need or challenge. So what you want to achieve? You want to achieve a reactive culture that is adaptable to new demands from standard regulations or codes, or you want a culture that can change to any need or challenge. And that means any challenge, from technology, from customer demands, and from workers' demands as well. Not only for customers, you have customers to attend in the organization as well, and that is your workers or employees. That sometimes we tend to forget, and shouldn't be in that way. And actually, reading this book, Return of the Lobster, nowadays customers, they have the power, not companies anymore. And it's the same for people, workers, employees. They can work wherever they want. If they don't feel that they are not reaching their full potential, they change jobs. They go to be independent. And that's the reason why sometimes we have troubles to find talent in the market. So you answered yes to have a culture that can adapt to any demand or problem, not only for safety, for customer services, demands, technology, etc. So now the second question that you need to face is, do you know what your intellectual capital is in your organization? So what's your intellectual capital? Let me give you an example. Actually, this question is very essential. It's very important to it's essential question to answer. I'm gonna give you an example, so you should know what type of intellectual capital you have in your organization at any workstation. So, for example, you have a production operators that they have 15 or 20 or 25 years. So you have 10 with 20 years of experience. Well, now you have 200 years of expertise, and you have 10 different ways to do things to achieve results. The third question, and that's the most important, that's the imperative, crucial question to answer, is your intellectual capital able to generate new ideas to find solutions to challenges that you have as a company? And before you answer this question, I'm not asking if your employers are capable to find new ideas. So how you teach them, how you coach them. You have the type of culture to generate new ideas day by day to make your production or your business more efficient and more effective. So that's when I'm asking here. It's, have you had that type of culture they generate ideas. They have come to you and with ideas to improve some operations at your company. So you have you want to remember the second question. You want a culture that needs to be adaptable for any change every day. You need to generate ideas, and that's another thing that I read from this book. From actually, he has like 8 books. Bill Bishop. I have read 4 of them. Plus, I have read Alvin Toffler as well, and The Shock of the Future, and the Third Wave. So it's something we need to think about it in safety. It's not different. So once you answer yes, that people are capable to generate new ideas, and sorry for it's not capable the right word. It's able to generate. So yeah, they are capable to generate ideas. My mistake, but you have made them able to generate those new ideas. That's the important question. So you as a manager or a group of people, but would say the steering committee, that they have CEOs, vice presidents, etc. These top positions have been able to make their people able to generate ideas. That's important. That's something that I'm going to stop the question on that, but it's something that you need to do, and you need to analyze yourself as a company and face some hard truths. And that's very important if you want to go to the next step in this new century. To be honest with you, changes are happening in a fast pace that you not even realize, and it's very hard to keep up with those changes. So we need to. One of the things to keep up with those changes is generating ideas, as Bill Bishop says. The fourth question, and this is the crucial question. The imperative question: have you used that intellectual capital? So you have people, you use it. They are able to generate new ideas. Now you listen to them. You use those ideas. You use those ways, those new proposals that they are coming from them. This answer is going to define what type of company you have, what type of culture you have. If you're a traditional company that is focused on production and telling people what to do, pushing only for production, more pieces, etc., well, that's the reason why you are having a lot of incidents, actually, because you are being reactive to regulation codes and standards, or something about an inspection from OSHA you are in the United States, or from the Ministry of Labor in Canada. That's the reason why we are when I have talked to owners, or they say we are in compliance because we don't have. Ministry of Labor came and didn't find anything, but that's a traditional company that they push everything by production, and it's been very reactive. But if you want to go to the next level, that doesn't matter if the Minister of Labor comes and do an inspection. Actually, you say welcome and let us know what we need to improve. So now, if you generate those ideas, you will have the advantage to adapt to new challenges, because actually you are not waiting to react for new standards, for new regulations, or even for an authority come to your facility and say that everything is good. So you're finding solutions and creating new ideas by using the expertise and creativity of its people. Creativity is very important. That's the reason why you have Facebook, Amazon, Alibaba, and other companies now leading the market, because they were creative and they thought out of the box, new ways to help people to buy things, to find things in one sell spot. So consequently, you are building your ideas to find your solutions and goals. Your objectives, they want to change. You keep performance indicators will do too. So, for example, I can give you one. Is you can say how many ideas we have created this period, maybe quarterly, every 6 months, or annually. So you can say we need to tackle maybe 5 ideas that our people and our employees have, and obviously you want them to read. You want to read them and want to approve them. So how many of those have been implemented? You can say, but like I said, the period doesn't matter. You're gonna define that. So you say I want 10 ideas to increase the performance on the particular workstation. So you can say that as well. It's an example. So obviously the leadership, the steering committee, they're gonna review those ones, and then you're gonna name somebody to be the leader, the facilitator. I would say leader and facilitator, and I'm gonna give you an example actually that happened to me 3 years ago. So somebody needs to develop and track the implementation, such as financial resources, team performance, who will be the facilitator, who will support or him or her in different areas, such as safety, engineering, or production, and time management. So see the difference. When they have 10 ideas, when your people are and giving you ideas to improve, so as a facilitator or as a leader, you need to expand that idea and taking in account many aspects such as safety, production, maintenance, all the aspects actually that are involved in the operation of your business. Let me give you an example. 3 years ago, I was working for a specific company, and we have a person actually, a guy that worked on the floor for 35 years, and he was almost to retire 6 months after he retired, actually. But I haven't seen a person so proud to participate and lead that project. Actually, we were updating the isolation of energies program, the isolation of hazardous energies program for that facility. And he took the lead. Nobody asked him to do it. He did it. So he was so proud to work for that company, and he was so proud to contribute with his ideas. And actually, he was because he had 35 years. He was asking his colleagues, other operators on the floor, about their opinions, and they were changing the procedures. Actually, they call energy control procedures. They were changing that, making stronger those procedures and easier to use them. I was the facilitator only. To be honest with you, it's they ask me, I can do this, the regulation or standard allows to do this, or we need to add a specific interlocks, for example, or another step to isolate the energy. That's the thing that I was doing. So and actually they achieved 0 incidents. What's the result? Not the goal. The result, the goal is to generate those ideas to make those energy control procedures that were part of the isolation of hazardous energies program stronger and better and easier. So you used actually a guy that has 35 years plus other operators. They have at least 15 years. Actually, he was working with 3 of them. So 15, 45 plus 35, 5, 10. 80 years of experience. 80 years. 3 different ways to see problems, to find solutions, to fix issues, not only one. And you make actually a team bigger, like with all the aspects of safety specialists and a production and your manufacturing engineer, etc. Now you're going to have maybe 5 different ways to do things, and maybe more than 100 years of expertise on that table. Very powerful, actually. So consequently, they're gonna generate new ideas to tackle specific situations. Actually, because now they're gonna see that you are using and they are able to generate ideas and they are able to now the managers are listening to them. So they're gonna be much more motivated to generate those ideas and to fix and find solutions to be more efficient and more effective, and obviously reduce injuries, because that's gonna be that's part of the the effectiveness of a new idea. Workers' behavior. One of the problems is we are always studying and worried about what the worker is thinking about, or what he was thinking about during the incident. Well, you shouldn't be worried about if you allow them to express their own ideas and find their own solutions. to a specific problem. That is based behavior safety, and that's when Dan Peterson described on his book. Actually, that's the part of the book that was pretty much was saying that instead of going and tell them what to do and train them what they need to do, so let them learning. It's another theory or another contribution for Alvin Toffler. Let people learning. You teach them, you coach them, and let them find their own solutions by learning. So now you shouldn't be worried about base behavior safety or the safety behavior of your workers, because now they are generating those ideas. So one of the examples, they can generate training programs as well. So you need to be the facilitator or somebody in human resources that are dedicated for adult training, only the facilitator, and then you teach them and coach them about adult training, and then can generate those training programs based on what you need and what you have on your facility. And now you're going to be in compliance with codes and regulations as well. Pretty much you are designing a training program that's going to fit your needs. That's the thing that I'm proposing in this article. Near misses. Well, if you generate ideas and you form roundtables to plan the project and do the follow-up in different resources such as finance and human resources and expertise. So now near misses, they're gonna come to the table during the assessment of that idea, during the finding the solutions to fix a specific challenge. So the near miss scenario is gonna come. Safety is your number one priority. Well, that's not going to be a rhetoric anymore. Actually, it's going to be an end result. It's going to be embedded in your culture by generating those ideas, by allow them and make them able to generate those ones. It's not going to be a rhetoric anymore. It will be a reality, actually. Creating ideas to be efficient and effective, this will come naturally. It's not going to be another rhetoric that many people say safety is the number one priority. I will say is true or not. Good for you that is a number one priority, but to make it a reality, you need to embed that statement in your company. Why? How? Let them generate those new ideas. Zero recordable injuries. Well, it's not going to be a goal. It's going to be a final result, because during the ideas factory assessment, you're gonna find that solution as well. At the end, who has the power to make the transition from safety? Who has the power to make the transition from the safety zombie syndrome? That means that I described this syndrome that we are communicating the same for many years, to the safety, health, brightness in your organization. Who has the power? Is not the CEO. No. Is the vice president? No, either. No, neither. Neither. Sorry. It's your employees. It's everybody, and that includes the CEO as a team, not as a person or an entity with a high authority to say you need to do this, you need to do that. You need to. That's the companies actually. They're gonna be successful in the future, and they're gonna be very adaptable, very quick, and very powerful to adapt to any change, to any demand from outside and from inside. And those statements or goals that we always we are mentioned, that's going to be a reality. They're going to be embedded in your culture. And times that we are living, the customer has a power that I said at the beginning. They decide where to buy. So the same for employees, they decide where to go. They decide what company they want to go and work. And if they don't reach, and actually, especially the young generation, they feel that if they don't reach their full potential, they're gonna move. They're gonna change and see where they can reach their full potential. Remember, I'm not saying I actually didn't mention anything about salaries. I mentioned everything that you have an idea and you have the culture to listen to them and implement those ideas. you're gonna have a lot of people staying there because they feel that you are appreciate them, you recognize the effort, and they are reaching their full potential as well. Remember, as an adult, that's the thing that we like to do. You are not managing kids, that's another problem, and you are managing adults, and adults, they want to create. They don't like that somebody comes and tell them what to do. That's the reality of us as an adults. And when we feel that we are reaching our potential, we want to stay in that place. So read my article. Actually, I have it on my webpage. I want to put the link on the comments on the video. You can find it on my LinkedIn. It's LinkedIn Safficient, and it's when I have this article. And my webpage, www.pharma-chemicalsafety.com. So look for the article. And that's my 5 tips to go from the safety zombie syndrome to find the safety, health, brightness in your organization. And actually, you can do it by allow your workers or employees to express their own ideas, make them able to find those ones and make them to participate on the solutions to make your organization better and stronger. Thank you very much, everybody. And like I said, happy 2018 from Edgar Fernandez, Efficient Limited, located in Brantford, Ontario. See you on the next video. I'm thinking about what I need to. I have the title already, so I need to start working on the article. For me, it's easier, and then after doing the video. So thank you very much. Have an excellent day, and bye for now.